Hi, my name's Kristen. Sorry I look like a hobo and I sound like a crazy person. I just had COVID for 9 days, so that's why I look like this. And I thought I would take you guys through some little tips and tricks to get around in COVID and just some things I've learned while in quarantine. Um, so I pretty much got COVID during Christmas time. I got it December 15th, and I should technically be done on Christmas, so woo. But I've been trying to keep myself in the Christmassy mood. I've been trying to do some Christmas crafts and watch a lot of Christmas films. There's definitely some things that I find work better than others, and I'm currently quarantining in my room, and then I have a bathroom that does go out into the common hallway, but it's right next to my door, so it's easier for me to get in and out of. And I just try to Lysol everything just to make sure it's all clean and everything. So, yeah, I'm going to take you through some of my tips and tricks. I've been doing a lot of painting. This is watercolor. I've been trying to paint like things for my friends and my family. I gave my family two of these pictures and I put them in frames. This is for my friend for her new apartment. She works at Starbucks, so she wanted a Starbucks painting. Then what I find really helpful is having a box of tissues in your room, because that's definitely helps. One day I feel like I could not breathe, so I had Vicks and it helped a lot. I just feel like sometimes with COVID I would have like these weird fits of coughing where I just couldn't breathe. Like my symptoms were like, it was like coughing, sore throat, sometimes like nausea a little bit, but like not too bad. And then I would get like body aches. Like I'd wake up in the middle of the night and like my hip really hurt really bad, or like behind my ear. It was like weird places that would just start like hurting so bad. And then I didn't have a fever or anything. Oh, and then I was just like weak overall. Like I felt lethargic a lot. So, it was definitely like hard for me to do any physical activity for a while. And the coughing didn't help either. So, yeah, anyway. And then something else that helps, I suggest having salt and pepper in your room. My dad accidentally gave us like the family salt and pepper shaker, so it's mine now. But if you have like a disposable one, I would just keep it in your room so you don't have to keep asking for salt and pepper. You just have it. My dad brings me food up, so that definitely helps. I have a bottle of honey in my room. It's almost empty, but it's good. Tea is definitely good, so honey's good with tea. It helps coat the throat. Sometimes I would even have like, I'd have like spoons of honey and lemon, and that really helped because it just coats your throat. Just makes you feel better. Cough drops, don't do anything. Don't even try cough drops, honestly. But tea, breathing in the tea helps open up the sinuses and everything. So yeah, I would try tea and honey. And then I also had Mucinex because I was having a lot of that coughing and congestion. So the Mucinex helps, but it tastes nasty. It tastes absolutely nasty. So like definitely have like a little Dixie cup of like lemonade or something with it. And then I have two masks. So what I do is I ask my family for a whole bunch of masks. So what I do is when I go outside, I wear this mask and then I wear this mask. Even if I have to go to the bathroom, if I get a tray, I always wear my mask because I don't want to get my family sick. My mom's like high risk and everything. And then I have like antibacterial wipes, which helps for me to just clean. I've seen a lot of things about you should just clean like everyday surfaces like all the time. So basically I don't clean it all the time, but I clean it once a day. And I try to Lysol as much as I can because I just don't want to risk my parents getting sick. Also, cats can get sick. I have two cats, so I don't want to risk my cats getting sick. My poor cats, they just want to be with me and hang out. They sit by my door and stuff, and I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I can't pet you. But yeah, so definitely like be careful of that because you don't want to get anyone else sick in your household. Oh yeah, and I'm quarantining alone because no one else is sick, which is good, but also like sad. I have my little Bible that I read and my devotional I read every day. And then here's my little Christmas tree. I just try to keep it festive in here. I have my calendar over here. Just helps me. It makes me feel so much better. I did like every day I would write the day and then cross it out at the end of the day. Just because it makes me feel like I'm actually getting through it. It feels good to like cross out the day and say, oh, there's only one more left, you know? So it kind of made me feel better, and I drew some like cute little Christmas Eve things and like December things on it. So yeah, and then I also made these snowflakes, a lot of arts and crafts, because you know, it's really all I can do. So I made these and I just stuck them with tape on my wall. And then also something that's handy to have, like if you blow your nose and you don't want to go to the bathroom, I just have hand sanitizer, because it's a lot easier than having to go to the bathroom every time. But I definitely do suggest still going to the bathroom after a while if you keep blowing your nose, and wash for like 20 seconds at least, they say. So, and then I also have chapstick in here, but this is a different type. Like I usually use a different type, but I have this one just for COVID, so I can throw it out later, you know, because I don't want to keep using the same COVID-y chapstick. And then I have a mug, which is like random. This is where I keep my water and stuff. It is kind of weird because I use the mug to have water. I also use mugs for tea, but it's good because it helps my parents like separate which water glasses are mine so they don't use them. So I have this one, and I have like a Spider-Man one that I use, and it's better for them because they can tell and they can clean it easier than mixing up all the cups and everything. So I have that. And then what I try to do is I just try to keep like my window open, because I feel like it lets in the light. My room gets pretty dark during the day, so I definitely feel like it helps. And I can look outside. I have a lot of woods outside my house, so I can just look outside and see all the wildlife and stuff. So I feel like that helps me feel like I'm more outside. And then I've been trying to like I'm writing a story, so I've been trying to take notes on that and just do like fun things, you know. I did finish up with school recently, so I'm done with that. So I've been just trying to figure out like some fun things that I could do, even looking at like job opportunities and stuff that are open and available for me. So I think it's definitely something where you have to try to figure out a lot of things to do, you know. I also try to get dressed. I have like just a comfy thing. Like I'm not trying to like impress anyone, obviously. I haven't put on makeup or anything. I just want to get dressed to feel like I'm doing something. Like when you're in your pajamas all day, you just feel like a bum after a while, I feel like. Especially after 10 days of just being in your pajamas, because that's kind of gross too. And so I just like to get dressed to feel like I'm gonna do something my day. And I have like a little like itinerary thing. Like when I first got COVID, I said to myself, I'm not gonna be upset. I'm gonna find a bunch of things to do. I have this like coloring book that I got that my parents gave me, and I did some cute pictures in it. And I did like this picture, and you know, take your time with it because you have time, and this literally took me like 3 hours to do, which is like crazy, but it takes a long time if you actually put effort in it. And then I came up with like this little itinerary, like gingerbread houses. Like my parents are doing gingerbread houses, so I wanted to watch them do it, and like FaceTime, painting. I do a lot of painting again, and I have my stuff in my room. Pray and meditation, FaceTime and talk to people, look for ideas, videos for my friends moving into a new apartment, so stuff like that. Clean my room, do more praying, ukulele. I have a ukulele, so oh yeah, I'll talk about my trash situation, but yeah, I have a ukulele, so I learned some Christmas songs. Read a book. I have a whole bookshelf in here, you know. And shower and work out if I can, you know, try to keep the window open and open it up to fresh air sometimes. I'm writing a script, and I have another script. I really want to learn French and Spanish, you know, just like games and like, you know, I try to keep it interesting. I also have another one for like things to remember to do, like take my vitamins, water, a nasal spray. I did that the first 2 days, and that really helped clean up my nose and congestion. So I wouldn't do it more than like 2 days because it dries everything out after that. because it has salt in it. But definitely like the first 2 days, try some nasal solution. It's really good. And then Tylenol, and then tea. There's this stuff called Benefit tea, and I swear by it. It's so good. You just put some honey, and it's really good for you. Then shower, eat fruits and veggies. Sorry, this is so messy. Make sure you get dressed, get plenty of rest, you know, clean everyday surfaces, just things to remind myself that I should be doing those things. And then we're gonna talk about the trash situation. So yeah, I know this looks like pretty gross. Like there's a lot of trash here. This is empty. This is just a regular bag. But what I do is I asked my parents for a regular plastic bag, like a regular shopping plastic bag, and then I put it in my trash can. And when this actually isn't full yet, but when it's full, I take it out and I put it in this trash can so they don't have to keep emptying my trash can, because I have a lot of garbage from being sick, you know, so I don't want to have to keep giving them my sick garbage. So I just put it in this big one, and then I Lysol it. And then I also have big bottles of water. So what I've been doing with the water is I've been taking these gallon jugs. I'm almost done with this one. And I've just been pouring it into my glass, because instead of having your parents keep getting you, or like whoever's getting you stuff, keep giving you water, it's just so much easier to just fill it up by yourself. So that's what I use the mug for. Or you can use like a big like bottle or something. Like I used to use the pH bottles, but they get a little expensive, so this is a lot cheaper. So I definitely do suggest having that and buying a few. Tell them to buy a few, because then they're gonna have to keep going out. That's what kept happening. Like my parents would have to keep going out to get things, and I suggest buy like 3 or 4 of them so I can use them throughout this quarantine time. So yeah, and then this is just my paint stuff and like some painting things. Yeah, so all my paint stuff. It's a little messy, but it's the messiest my room ever really gotten. Now I'm going to show you my bathroom setup. I'm going to show you what I do when I go to the bathroom. Okay, bye. So what I do is I put on this mask. I know I look like a duck. And then I have like my own fabric mask, so I just put this over it just for like extra protection. Usually I use a kid's one. I don't know why I chose this one today, but it's definitely stylish. I know I look like a weirdo, but you know, it's okay. I'm sick. So, and then I go outside and I close this. And then this is the bathroom, so it's pretty close. And then I just shut the door. I just shut everything really quickly because I just want to make sure I'm not spreading any germs. And then I can take off my mask. So no one uses this bathroom. It's just me right now. But let me... Ooh. So hello. So I always keep a Lysol in here, just so I can spray stuff. You're supposed to spray like right after you use the bathroom, apparently. So yeah, I mean, I don't do that every time, but I try. And then this is the nasal spray I was talking about. It's Neilmed sinus allergy cold spray. It's kind of weird. It like shoots up your nose. You do 2 in one nostril and 2 in another one. Just make sure you don't pull it out too fast or it'll shoot in your eye. So that's good for like the first 2 days. I closed my makeup up because I just didn't even want to mess with it and get anything dirty. But I cleaned my brushes and everything because I just didn't want to like get any of my makeup stuff dirty because I use it all the time. I didn't even want to worry about that. Then this is my toothbrush. I'm just gonna throw it out, the blue one. I'm gonna throw it out when I'm done because I don't even want to worry about, you know, getting COVID all over it. And then I also have this little bag of towels. So these are my dirty towels that I'm gonna Lysol and take down after all this is done. I don't want to make more work for my family who's taking care of me. So what I do is I just try to keep everything in one place with me until I have to bring it down. So like my dad did my laundry because I had too much laundry one day. But yeah, like, and I Lysoled everything before. So just like taking these extra precautions and everything. And when I like clean, I try to clean all like the doorknobs and everything, and like this towel I'm keeping for today and everything. So, and then I try to clean, like, it's like little things that you don't realize you touch, but you touch. Like, I touch in here, I have to grab this to get all my stuff. I touch like the tops of some of these, you know, I touch like the toilet. So I mean, you have to like think about things you have to clean, like the shower knobs and stuff. So you kind of have to like think about that as you go, and it's kind of up to you. And especially if you don't feel great, it's like, you know, a little hard. But I thank goodness wasn't like super sick, so I was able to do a lot of this on my own. We're gonna venture back. This thing always gets messed up because I don't put it on right. And I'll show you. I usually take the Lysol. I just take the Lysol and not the spray. Yeah. So make sure the hallway is clean too. And I try to hurry up. I cleaned my room so you could see why that's there. That's why Spider-Man mug and stuff. Random stuff. Okay. Back in the room. I have this little heater because it gets really cold upstairs. So I like to have a little heater, you know, and then I can just turn off when I want. And then I explored my bookshelf, you know. I really just have a lot of kids' books on here. And I have, like, I'm a film major, or technically I graduated, so I have a lot of film books and stuff. So I was looking at that, and I have my high school yearbook here. I was looking at all of that and what everyone wrote. So it was kind of fun to, like, explore your bookshelf and see what, like, childhood books you used to read. If you have any scrapbooks or yearbooks or anything, that's fun. But yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. But yeah, I think it's different for people, and if they're more sick, if they're less sick. I thank goodness didn't have any crazy symptoms. It was more like a cold, but I didn't have as much of like the nasal congestion. It was more in my throat. That's why I actually wanted to get tested for COVID, because I knew like, oh, I've never had this before, because usually when I get a cold, I get congestion all in my nose and everything. But I never had like just cough and like body aches. Like that was weird to me. And I've had the flu too. So it was just very weird to me. I didn't lose my taste of smell or taste, which thank God, because I probably wouldn't be able to eat Christmas dinner. I wouldn't taste any of it. So super happy about that. Knock on wood though. But yeah, I mean, definitely like taking care of yourself is different for different symptoms. I say if you get really bad, you should just go to the hospital or get more care, because it's hard for your family to take care of you too. Thank goodness, like my mom, she's disabled, so it was definitely, she couldn't really help me. You know, she needed someone to actually help her. I was the only one helping her. So thank God, my dad had taken off the 2 days. I got sick on a Wednesday, and he took off Thursday and Friday, and then he's off on the weekend. So, and then my sister took family leave and came on Sunday. So it all worked out. And it's definitely hard when you're by yourself. I would definitely just try to get a friend to help you maybe. If you live in your own apartment, you can still do things on your own. I unfortunately just have to stay in my room. But, you know, it's nice because my family will bring up my food on a tray. And they'll call me, ask me how I'm doing, what I want. So I have a really great family for that. And they've been wonderful, and they've been taking care of me really well. So, and I've just been trying to help them as much as I can to try not to be bothersome, try to ask them for everything at once so they don't have to keep coming over to the room. My room's upstairs, so they don't have to keep coming upstairs and upstairs and upstairs. So no, it's definitely good to have people to help take care of you, and it makes you feel less lonely. You know, makes you feel less like it's solitary confinement. But honestly, I think anyone can get through it. It just takes a lot of creative things, you know. Think about the things that you always wanted to do and try to do them, honestly. You know, you have to be creative with your ideas. And one last thing that I do that I think is really important is I go outside. So what I do is I call my family and go, I'm going outside. And they go, okay. And then I put on my mask, I dress up warm, because it's cold right now, obviously. Depends on when you get COVID. But, and then I just like pretty much beeline it to the door and go out, because the more you hang around there, if you have to cough, you can infect them. So I try to just beeline it for the door and go out. And then I just take like a walk around the neighborhood. I wouldn't go too far, because sometimes you all of a sudden get weak. Like at some points I was just really just trying to make it back home. So I think even if you just go outside and go in your backyard and walk around a little bit, just make some laps. It's just nice to get some fresh air and not be in like the same room, you know? So definitely like try to do some different things. Be creative. If you like art, that's great. You know, there's so many things you can do. My mom was saying you should crochet something. I didn't have any yarn, but you know, you can definitely try a bunch of different things. Dance parties, you know. I've been dancing to a lot of Christmas music and it's fun. And I would try to, you know, stay away from the screen as much as you can. Because when you are just watching movies and TV shows all day, it just kind of gets like a little repetitive and you just feel more like a bum. You know, you feel like a couch potato because you're just watching TV all day pretty much, you know. So it's nice to like separate your day and be like, okay, in the morning I'm gonna stretch and I'm gonna go for a walk, or I'm gonna do some activity if I'm not sick, if I'm like, you know, not too sick. That could literally just mean pacing your room a few times, you know, or doing a little dance to like a Christmas song if you feel up to it, you know. And then maybe, okay, I'm gonna do a craft, and then I'm gonna do this, and I've also been sleeping in late because that helps so much. I usually wake up at like 7:30 because I'm a morning person. Like, I usually do not wake up at 11 o'clock, but I've been waking up at 11 o'clock because it just makes the day feel so much faster, especially in the winter because it gets dark at like 4. So it's like, okay, I don't have that many hours, you know, I'm getting rid of 3 hours because I was sleeping. And even if I'm just like, I kind of wake up, I kind of try to go back to sleep just because it's just so much easier and it feels like the day is a little shorter and it goes a little faster. Definitely, I hope these tips help a little bit. I hope you gain something from this experience. And honestly, I hope you guys feel better because COVID is rough and it's long, but you can get through it. All right, well, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a great day.